What's going on YouTube? We're back with more Doki Doki Literature Club, and some crazy shit is happening. We are just now getting into the meat of the situation and seeing what's going on and all the crazy shit that's popping. So the game has already changed our files, deleted files, put like a text file in there that we needed to check out. So I'm interested to see where this goes. This is, I mean, I knew there was a turn. Everybody talked about this game, but this shit is next level. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please leave a like, subscribe so you can see more, and leave me some comments, just whatever. Tell me if you like the game, tell me if you don't like the game, what you want me to play, what games are you playing. But we're gonna jump right back into it, so let's go. I don't really want to redo all of this, so I may just go through fast. What happens if I skip? I don't want to. No. What is skip? What does that do? Alright, it just skips the thing. Okay. A lot of horror. Read a horror book once. Yeah. It suits your personality. Is that so? Really? If a story makes you really can't put down, so it's changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. That's new. Okay. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, I just dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things. Sometimes, why do you care? You wouldn't like them. Sharing that level of writing takes more than confidence. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Okay, let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Ray J? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Yeah, that's right. I still have other clubs to look at, bitches. Bail, Ray J! Bail! With dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... you thought wrong, bitch! Yuri, I'm out! I'm out! The pussy ain't worth it! We out! Go! Run! Run! I guess I need to tell you the truth, Ray J. What? The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. I've been trying hard to find new members, and if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. No, I'm not. Go find another one. Not me. Letting everyone down in this situation. Besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay, no. Right? Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. No! No. Could be fun, right? Oh no. I'd be super pissed. Ray J, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Looks over at me once more. Ray J, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Oh god. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Yep. That's very true. That is very true. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Oh, dude, this game is crazy. Alright. What happens if I hit no? Like, I guess I have to read it. A dream. I was wandering an abandoned warehouse at night. I was lost, looking for an exit. I just wanted to go home. I came upon a huge empty room, its ceiling and walls beyond the deep blackness. My steps were quick in order to hurry to the other side, or to a wall, anything. Suddenly the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole of indeterminate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid, and the sounds of splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the dark. With one hand I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs were already getting tired. Okay. We're not doing scary words anymore. We're gonna go with bliss. And smile. Fuck. Am I still going for Yuri? I'm kinda, at this point, I'm like, dude, everybody's gonna die. Let's try it though. Yuri it is. We're sticking with Yuri. We need you to save us, Yuri. Vivacious, yes. Just big ass words and she'll love it. Climax. Oh, that's my girl. Horror, yep. Melancholy is her. Unrestrained, determination, variance, anxiety, good God. Hopeless, yep. Frightening. Death. Yep. Massacre. Broken. Existence. Eternity. No! What? Okay. Hi again, Ray J. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I am running away. I'm gonna close this game. I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Ray J. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Dude, come on! Come on! With the shits! Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monika. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take it seriously, you won't see the end of it. Just have a big mouth for someone who keeps the something. So now she's in front of the text. She wants to be front and center. She's the evil villain. Yep. You find herself between Monika and manga. Manga's literature. Pops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Ray J. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? With a disappointed Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointing glance. Yo, the music's starting to fuck up. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. You said I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. Ugh. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get... Y'all, I'm like tripping out now, cause I'm like, did the picture, is it like shifted a little bit? It feels like it's off center. Am I going crazy? Am I just... Yeah, I feel like it's a little bit like tilted. Okay. I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. There's a change. There's a music change. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. I'm just tripping out of my head. I'm like, fuck, man, I'm seeing stuff now. Okay. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew! Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Yeah! Yes! See? It's not crooked and she was zoomed in. Okay. Oh my gosh. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. That only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed you in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. That's kind of how I am right now. Like, I know I'm at like 50 minutes, 60 minutes or something with this video, but I'm like, damn, this is tough to stop playing. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Like that? Like that? That eye right there? That eye. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped here have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. That was a fucking... Oh, it's getting real dark. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of... It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yeah, that's real dark. You made it sound like it's gonna be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Ray J? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Alright, this is, I'm getting nervous. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredibly... I kind of forget to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. At least, the least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Nah! Yes! I mean, you don't have to, but... what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you. Alright. Open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what she means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of your body heat. You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here, Yuri takes her left arm and holds this left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. We've already done this. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. We're huddled even closer together than before. Kind of distracting. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finished the page for me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, did you happen to know one girl called Sayori? Did she kill herself by hanging? And then all of a sudden the world restarted? No? Okay. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. This is a book about, like, dismemberment and selective breeding? What? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Oh my god, she's got a crazy look on her face. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things, she says and all that. That's what you were talking about? I'm done with this game. I am... Oh my god. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. Crazy face. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Huh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. Crazy eyes. I just need some water. Shit, me too. So I'm gonna take some water because this is Crazy. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Ray J? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd just get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up, I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. I mean, I made my poem for Yuri. Let's go with Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I wanted her to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, Ray J. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Aha! Don't worry, Ray J. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Ray J. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. I feel like we read this, right? But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings. But my burned eyes no longer see color. Are there others in the room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I glance at my surroundings. My burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in the room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling, playing tricks in my ears. The room begins to crinkle like a poem, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates with panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. It almost sounds like I'm just spitballing. Like Sayori is they're in like some place being trapped. She can see me, but I can't see her, and she's like closing in, and the only way for her to release or to try and talk to me, get my attention, is through poems. I don't know. This is weird. So what do you think? No! I skipped all that? Fuck! My bad. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm really... it's okay. Yeah, the style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. I'm trying to put it, I guess you could say, kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's the writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Big puddle of ink, just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to? Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to skip all that. We'll just do, let's go Yuri. Okay, Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I just say that out loud? Yeah, you did. Covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? I got no experience, baby. Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. It just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in the new writers is that they try to make their styles very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening, blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm? Breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Am I the light? Must be this one. The last remaining streetlight. I'm the streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm breathing on. The light flickers, so like flirts. I take that as like I flicker, like, hey Yuri. I flicker back. Okay. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, Ray J. Really. I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. Hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive, huh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Rijay. Me too. And finally, Natsuki. Ray J, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What do you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start from somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Damn, hit her with the work, Ray J. Say, bitch, are you proud of your poem? Let me see it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles fly, crickets leap, horses race, owls can see, cheetahs run, eagles fly, people try, but that's about it. Yep, seen it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest, I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika's writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute. Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and Ray J did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Ray J liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Ray J appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Ray J started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. What's going on? You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. What is going on? That music, y'all. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking. You want to be edgy, bitch? Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Wow! Oh my god! Drop them. Drop that T. Hit him with the work. Whoa, be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh my bad, you already do, don't you? Oh my god! Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Ray J hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as if she just noticed I was standing here. Ray J, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Ray J. How'd they get dragging this sound like I know whoever goes for, so of course that's going to be... Yo, this is so fucked. This is so... Yuri. Yuri. Yuri! 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 No fucking way. Yuri! What is going on? What? What? Yuri! Hey Ray J? Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Oh god. Dude, come on. Okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Aha. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes, but I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. Wow, she looks crazy. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Ray J. Please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something. but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Ray J. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really appreciate... Yeah. Oh! What is this game? This is so... I don't know. I'm gonna save there. Wow. Shit is getting crazy out here, okay? We have everything glitching, shit's like turning and zooming in, and little like tweaks here and there. I don't know. This is nuts. I'm just like so interested to see why it's doing this, or like how the game explains itself for doing this stuff. Man, I don't know. We're gonna keep playing, putting these videos out. So thank you for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this. Subscribe so you can see more, and I will see you guys in the future. Bye.